Hey, everybody, it's the...
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Orlando Wizards. This one fielded at the 5. And look at this, right away a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Now Scott. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Boston Scott with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them at the end zone for the 2-point play.
15 line. 15 line. Coming for the son. I'm coming for the son.
On 1st and 10, Yates. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Back to throw. Johnson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Here's Johnson operating from the gun. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable and it definitely won't be air conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Extra point forthcoming. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
It's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Yates toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Holding offense.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 18 yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready.
52. It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, Yates. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Taken in at the 22.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Johnson to throw again. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Johnson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now for the point after. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 40, past the 20. 10. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run with Scott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So we've come to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Johnson now on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah.
In her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
My grandmother did the same. It smelled terrible. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Welcome back live to Orlando. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready.
On 4th down, Yates. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now Johnson throwing on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Goodman. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a big play there. 51 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Yates, and it's incomplete. Still time left, though. 2 seconds remaining now in the 4th quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
To throw again. Yates. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Eagles, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week.